welcome to Libby's Movie Hunt. I'm your host, Libby Hunt, along with my co-host and producer, Kevin E.
Hey, Libby, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
I am great.
Good. I know you're excited
I'm
today.
very excited.
We finally have a good movie to talk about.
Yes.
Kevin went to see Ready Player One last night. That's the title, right?
That's the title, and I want to say thank you. It was my first advanced screening,
Yes.
so I felt pretty cool doing that. Never had that experience
Isn't that
before.
fun?
Yeah,
Yes.
very fun.
I get passes to, or screenings to a lot of these films, and I couldn't go last night, so Kevin did the honors for me and went to go see it. But I know you're looking, but it's just been a really dry time with movies.
It has.
I mean, actually, I went to see about 4 movies this week just because I was like, I've got to have something to talk about. And they're all independent films. There's just nothing out good. And it's just, I sat in the theater and I was just like, I'm kind of depressed.
Yeah, it's kind of strange how right now I think I'm enjoying more DVD and streaming stuff at home than I am what's going on in the theater.
Things at home. You know what? Speaking of things streaming, I ran across something. Someone on Facebook said it was good. The Imposters.
Oh, I've heard of that.
It's really good. And Uma Thurman is making an appearance in it. She plays one of the characters. She's kind of, after about 4 or 5 episodes, it's really, really good.
I haven't seen her in a long time.
Yeah, she's great. She's so beautiful. But I recommend The Imposters.
All right.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people liked last week our candid banter while we were setting things up.
My daughter texted me and she's like, Mom, it's hilarious you're telling the audience about your eyes getting stuck together, because I had those fake eyelashes put on. And I had quite the traumatic circumstance. My eyes literally puffed up like I'd been stung by a bee.
Well, by the time you came in here, I don't think you could tell. But
they weren't swollen anymore.
That's funny, because my girlfriend said that same thing. She said that was like her big fear, was having like a reaction like that. Because she was watching last week and she's like, oh my God, I know exactly what she's talking about. I've heard other people who've had that happen. So.
Don't do it. I had a terrible allergic reaction to the glue with those fake eyelashes, and I had to get a what do you call it? Cortisone shot.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm well now. The things we do for beauty, though, I was telling you earlier. And we were talking about, you know, guys have stuff they do. I've thought of the word. When guys are clipping and trimming, it's manscaping.
Ah, yes, exactly.
Yes. You
That's
have to
exactly
manscape sometimes, too. Mm-hmm. It's hilarious. Okay, let's go on. Let's talk about movies. You saw Ready Player One, directed by Steven Spielberg.
Yes, and I'm excited. There hasn't really been a fun Spielberg movie like this, I feel like, in years. Mm-hmm. I mean, of course, he had The Post, but that's, you know, a period. It's kind of a historical, dramatic. It's just not fun. I like those magical, fun Spielberg movies, you know, your Jaws, E.T., Jurassic Park, those kind of things.
Well, his last kind of, was it the one with Tom Cruise? His last kind of science fiction, War of the Worlds?
I guess, yeah, War of the Worlds, or did he do Minority Report?
Minority Report. I think that was before or after.
It was before,
might have
yeah.
been one other, but yeah.
No, you're right. War of the Worlds would have been the last one, for sure.
So this is back to his
kind of roots,
what he's famous for.
But War of the Worlds was surprisingly serious, I thought, for a movie like that. But...
And it kind of got bad press or you know, bad rating. I don't know what it was back then, but I liked it.
I really liked it.
I really liked it.
Yeah, I thought that was a fun movie.
That was a while back. In fact, when I was at Universal Studios this summer, this is a fun side note, we toured the lot, and the 747 that crashes, you know, in that neighborhood, and Tom Cruise and his family see all the debris. They took an actual 747 and tore it up and put it, and it's on the lot there, and you can go.
So it's like real debris.
It's a real 747.
That's pretty cool.
It was pretty cool to walk, and we got to get off the tour thing and walk through all the. I was like, this is kind of fun.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Okay, so you want to show a little clip or trailer of the film before you talk about it?
Yeah, I'll give just like a kind of a brief. I mean, I think a
Okay.
lot of people with the previews and whatnot, and for the hype around this movie, most people already know the plot. It's the majority of Earth is turned into these kind of slums, almost like you'd see in like a third world country. And the only escape really for people is this place called the Oasis, which is a virtual reality.
Let me ask you this: is this a real game in real life?
No.
It's based on a game.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, the movie's based on a book, which I didn't know.
Okay.
That's the source material, but it's kind of like the Matrix almost, or Avatar. You know how you kind of just plug into this different world. I mean, Avatar's the same world, but yeah, more like the Matrix, except it's not. It's more fun. But you can kind of do anything, be anybody, and it's just where everyone wants to be, and just wants to escape reality. Anyway, the creator of this thing, the Oasis, dies. And he releases this tape that says, if you guys can find my Easter egg within this virtual world, whoever finds it owns the Oasis. Like, it's yours. So every single person in the world is jumping into this into this world to fight over control of the Oasis. So here's just a little clip.
Sounds good.
The disaster artist.
Yes.
Yes, I'm excited to talk about.
I only came here to escape. something much bigger than just myself. Are you willing to fight?
This is war. Find it.
Welcome to the rebellion.
Ready Player One. Experience it in IMAX, March 30th.
So there it is. It's
That
a
looks
real
good.
quick.
So it has the guy from the driving movie this summer.
Yes, Baby Driver.
Baby Driver.
Yes, exactly. As sort of
Ansel-
our protagonist. And one of the things that I love, because it's almost a character in the movie, is that he drives around in the DeLorean from the Back to the Future. From Back to the
kidding.
Future. And it's, I mean, the movie is just, I don't want to say anything to give it away because it's so much fun. It is nostalgia overload. If you just liked these kind of movies from the 80s, or
Right.
if you grew up in the 80s or whatever, you're going to love it. It's just so much of these little things that you're going to see. You're going to see King Kong, you're going to see the T-Rex from Jurassic Park, like the Iron Giant, comic book characters all coming together in this world. And it's really, really cool. Just an amazing ride.
Who else is in it?
That
we know.
The villain is, or what's his name, who is in Rogue One. I can't think of his name. Is it Ben Mendelsohn?
Oh, I love him.
Who plays, he's in it. And there's the lead female actress. I'm not sure what else she's been in. But other than that, no, it's not a big actor type film. Kind of like the way Jurassic Park was when it came out. You know, I mean, Sam Neill wasn't originally Harrison Ford was supposed to play the Sam Neill role, and I think it played a lot better that they had Sam Neill because
for
he wasn't
sure.
as well known here in America at that time.
Exactly. Oh.
So I think that's kind of what they did with this. I will say it's a long one. It's
2 hours and
it's
20
running
minutes.
at about 2.5 hours.
Right.
And if you're going to have to run out and use the bathroom, but it's one where you can kind of feel out times. But once it really gets rocking and rolling, it really, I mean, it goes at a good clip.
And is it getting good ratings? Are people liking it so far? I mean, not many people have seen it yet.
I mean, it's in the 80% range,
That's good.
and Ron, which is good. I would have expected a lot higher because I think this movie is going to be a huge hit at the box office.
Do you think I'll like it?
Yeah.
'Cause
Oh,
you do?
definitely. Yeah.
Okay.
It's not very. I mean, it's from a science fiction standpoint, it's not that confusing. Like Annihilation, I still don't get. It's not like that at all. It's more fun. This is something a sci-fi that you can take. You know, anyone of any age can enjoy. Kind of like when Star Wars came out.
But you compared it to The Matrix, and that really confused me.
Only because in the Matrix, you know, there's this alternate world of humanity
Okay.
and on Earth where everything is horrible, but people live inside this virtual world where, you know, everything's nice. It's similar to that.
Okay.
Except, you know, but it's a little bit different. They're not slaves, and they don't jack a thing into the back of your head in this movie. It's not quite as dark as that, but yeah, similar virtual reality kind of thing to the Matrix, and how you can be anything you want to be, sort of similar to the Matrix.
So I guess it's a lot of CGI.
Yes, definitely a lot of CGI, but it looks really good.
Good music.
Great music. All kinds of, but I mean, there's nostalgia there as well. It's nostalgia overload. I'm telling you, anything you like about these old fun movies, like, are going to pop up
Well,
everywhere.
like the
constantly.
DeLorean, I just would. That's even that. Yeah.
Oh, it's super cool.
That's
Yeah,
so
there are a
fun.
lot of little Back to the Future callbacks in
That's
there.
so fun. That's so fun that he did that. I'm excited. Well, I think everybody.
And it's funny, a lot of people think it's just going to be only Spielberg nostalgia, which is totally not true, because you have other stuff like Back to the Future, which were Zemeckis films, you know. It's a lot of callbacks to just other fun sci-fi 80s flicks.
Right. It's something my dad and brothers like to see. I bet I'm gonna get them to go with me tomorrow night, possibly.
Yes, you definitely go see it. Did you ever see Pacific Rim too? Did you bother
No.
seeing? Okay, good.
I have no desire.
Skip that if you were trying to decide
Right.
between Ready Player One and Pacific Rim Uprising. Ready Player One, hands down, you're gonna have
For
way more
sure.
fun, and it goes by super fast. It really does.
Does it lend itself to having a sequel? Probably.
Yeah, I mean, I would absolutely think they're going to want to do something more with this. I don't know if they will, because, you know, most people said they weren't going to make another Jurassic Park, but then Michael Crichton wrote a second novel, and so they ended up doing it. And yeah, I think it could easily go either way. I wouldn't mind leaving it as a standalone film, but I'm guessing they're going to want to keep it going.
I know. I'm okay with that if they're pretty good. Well, what do you give it?
Oh, I'm going to give
for
it
a rating.
100% full popcorn worthy. The visuals, music, little things like that could even be Oscar worthy.
Oh.
But the film on the whole, I mean, it's not going to turn any heads in an award ceremony.
Right.
But it's great. I'm full popcorn worthy for sure.
Totally popcorn. Love it. That music makes me so happy. Sounds
I
like
just
Disney.
love being able to play that for a good movie because I
know.
think I gave Pacific Rim half popped.
I know. I'm so happy. We've really become quite critics, though, because we're criticizing some stuff lately. 'Cause
That's-
I
yeah,
usually
very true.
we like everything.
Yeah.
Who was it, Siskel or Ebert, that liked most things? I think it was
Yeah, because they
Ebert.
clashed a lot.
Siskel didn't like anything, and Ebert loved
Loved
things.
everything,
And I'm
yeah.
like, if you love movies.
Yep,
Oh, I put on Instagram and Facebook yesterday was Quentin Tarantino's birthday.
that's right.
And I love what he says. He didn't go to film school. He went to films.
Yeah,
But
one of our favorite
He has
quotes.
a lot of good quotes. If you just Google his name, quotes by Quentin Tarantino, he has a lot of interesting things to say about film.
How old is he now? 50s?
I didn't even look. He's younger than me. Yeah, he's got to be about 50.
He definitely looks older than you. I would have thought he was late 50s.
But I mean, I was saying how he's one of my favorite directors on the planet. But I mean, he's not for everybody. His stuff is kind of messed up. But I mean, it's just so original.
Yeah. A lot of his stuff is either I end up really loving it or I really just don't like it at all.
I love everything he's done.
Really? Oh,
What is-
I hate Inglourious Bastards.
Oh my
I don't like
gosh.
that at all.
Oh my gosh, that's like one of my favorites.
I know, everybody loves it.
Why?
My brother and I fight about this all the time.
And that the Christoph
Waltz.
is so good in it.
Yeah. That's
got-
really what launched him into,
Oh.
mainstream, I think. And
He was great.
now he's a villain in every movie. So.
And Brad Pitt was so good in it.
Yeah. And
I don't
it's-
know. I'm a huge fan of Quentin Tarantino's, and he's just so weird. I don't know what his movie Pulp Fiction though was just something I've never. And everything.
See, that's
he
what
does,
I love. Yeah.
You've never seen anything like it, and then like Hateful or not? Yeah, it was Hateful Eight. The way he did it in 8mm or whatever what they call it, not 8mm, but where it's the big screen.
I know exactly what you're talking about. I can't
They
think of the
filmed that way.
term for it.
Yeah, that would just looks
Yeah.
so cool. I mean, like they used to do, and it has that spaghetti western feel to it. I don't know.
I love Reservoir Dogs. I mean, that's probably my favorite.
I need to
Tarantino.
rewatch that because it's talked about a lot, and I've only seen it once, so
Yeah.
I'll watch that again. But got off on a Tarantino thing there.
Yeah. Sorry
Okay,
about that.
let me tell y'all the couple of little. Okay, you have anything else to say about Ready Player? Just go see it.
Go see Ready Player One. It's great.
I'm excited. I'm going tomorrow night before I go to the ranch.
I'm going again
Easter.
this weekend.
Yes. Easter weekend will be a fun thing for families to go see. Kind of like Christmas Day, everybody likes to have a movie to see around the holidays. This
Yeah.
will be your holiday movie.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I saw Foxtrot, which is a foreign film. I'm not going to show clips or even go into this, but it is an Israeli movie with some Israeli actors and director that you probably will be familiar with if you go see it. It's in subtitles. It's about a soldier that this family thinks gets killed, and then something happens. But it's 96% on Rotten Tomatoes. Foxtrot. It's really good. If you like,
That's a really cool story. I mean, I love that synopsis.
well, you think he gets killed, but then I guess I should say he doesn't, but
Right.
then he does. I mean, I don't know. I can't say. It's very tricky, but it shows kind of the son's side in war and the parent side, and what they're fighting for, and the acting is literally Oscar worthy. So go see if you like independent films, foreign films with subtitles. Foxtrot, 96%, fantastic. Go see it. I'd say Oscar
You're
worthy.
calling Oscar worthy?
Yeah.
All right.
It is. I bet it'll be nominated for best foreign film next year if they remember.
And is it out? I mean, is it at the Angelica right now?
It's at
or-
the Angelica Foxtrot.
I was just there last night. Mockingbird, Angelica. I haven't
Real-
been there in years. Love that place, by the way.
Oh, it's probably my favorite. Angelica Movie Theater on Mockingbird is probably my favorite theater in Dallas.
The
I don't know
last one
why.
I saw at that theter was Seven Psychopaths. That gives you an idea how long I've been there. So, yeah, you're right. It is a great little theater.
Everybody's nice. I can't explain it. Because I go to rotate between so many theaters, and that's my favorite.
It has a great selection for food and drinks and stuff, too.
It does.
Yeah.
I know. I'm so sad, though. I go to the Magnolia a lot, too, in Uptown, and they used to have Campese's Pizza. One person complained or something to Campese's, the restaurant, and they pulled it. And
Really?
I always love to go there because
Oh,
I'd have
yeah.
Campese's Pizza while I was
Totally.
watching a movie, because I don't like popcorn or candy, which is weird. I like food in a movie.
That is weird for such a movie person.
Do you
to
have
do.
a snack at a movie?
I can go for almost anything. It just depends on what I'm in the mood for. Sometimes I'll do popcorn. Sometimes I'll do candy. Sometimes I'll get a hot dog there. Sometimes I'll get a full meal. It just depends.
Do you have a beer or wine?
Most of the time, yeah.
You do? Yeah, a lot of people do that.
It depends on the kind of movie. Like Ready Player One is like I'm just going to eat popcorn and drink Coke
Right.
kind of movie.
You
And
are
that's,
hilarious, your little quirks.
I have to
you
have
know.
different kinds. Yeah, movies like that are just it's a popcorn and Coke kind of movie. And then some of them are a movie I can't think of a good example off the top of my head that you go get a beer during.
Yeah. You're so funny.
Like The Strangers to me would be a movie I go get a beer during.
I was thinking about
'Cause I don't
The
want to eat a
Strangers.
meal during.
Yeah. I was thinking about The Strangers the other day. I liked it.
Oh, I did too.
I like but those That was a good movie.
It was really good. I love all the 80s tunes in it.
I loved it. Y'all go see The Strangers. It's not going to be out much longer. It may even be gone, but it's a quirky little horror film that's...
I hope it did well at the box office because, I mean, it had a big following, the original.
The original, it was good. I liked it. Okay, I'll tell you about the other little independent films I saw. 7 Days, and Kevin and I are not sure if it's Intabi or Entebbe, Entebee.
Intabi?
Intabi.
I guess.
You probably don't remember this story. Obviously, you weren't born yet. But in 1976, there was this hijacking between these they call themselves not terrorists, but they were making a statement about something.
Like freedom fighters type thing?
Hijacked a plane en route from Tel Aviv to Paris. And then I believe an Israeli army goes in and attempts and happens the most unbelievable rescue mission ever attempted and gets the hostages out. It's kind of amazing.
Yeah, that's an awesome story.
It's a good story. Rosamund Pike, Gone Girl, stars in it. And also Daniel Bruhl, who's in the... you've seen him in everything. He's in a TV show right now called The Alienist with Dakota Fanning that's about a serial killer that's so good. I think it's on TNT.
Oh, we love serial killer stuff.
Yeah, I know it. It's so good, The Alienist. I recommend that too. But this movie only got 23% on Rotten Tomatoes, and I don't agree. I think it is mildly popcorn worthy.
I mean, just based on that story, it sounded like it was going to be, I would assume it was at least certified fresh.
No. Let's give it mildly popcorn worthy. 7 Days.
So is that popcorn or is that half popped? Oh, I guess mildly is still popcorn worthy. Popcorn worthy is,
If you're a fan of this kind of film, and I love Rosamund Pike, and Daniel Bruhl. So that's that. Okay.
And what was that one called again?
7 Days in
Oh, that's right. And
don't want to say it.
Tobby and TV. Yeah.
Another film I saw that has like 95% on Rotten Tomatoes is The Death of Stalin. And the guy who wrote and directed it does Veep, so it's kind of like a satire, with Julia Louis-Dreyfus, Veep, that show.
Yeah, on HBO?
HBO. But this takes place in 1953 Moscow when Stalin had a pancreatic attack or something and died. And it's based on all his minions, his people around him jockeying for position of taking over power. But it's totally a farce. I mean, it's a satire. They're making fun of these guys.
I was going to say, from the trailer, it looked funny.
It looks funny. Steve Buscemi, who we love.
Yes.
Jeffrey Tambor.
Love.
He's in that where he plays a transvestite. He's
oh God.
Right now, that's gotten all these awards.
It's like huge, yeah.
It's got some other Rupert Friend. It's got a lot of great actors in it. But you know what? I didn't like it.
Really?
And I don't know why. In fact, I left it and I was bored.
I thought it looked funny, but
it's funny, but it's like the jokes just kept on. There's too much every time you. It was almost
like the same joke over and over.
I feel like it was trying to be almost Mel Brooks, but it wasn't funny like Mel Brooks.
Yeah.
Like it should have. It should have been sillier. It was serious funny. I give it half popped.
But Mel Brooks, I mean, is it almost as farce-like in terms? It just
No.
doesn't have that goofy shtick of stuff that just comes in and out of nowhere.
It should have been more slapsticky funny. Slapstick, Mel Brooks. It just wasn't.
All right, I'm going to pass on that one then.
Yeah, half popped. But I thought I was going to love it.
And that's one that I think will be in wide release eventually.
I know, I would think so.
Yeah.
The Death of Stalin, though, is funny how they everybody was so scared of him in like the funniest way, but then, I don't know. There are some funny things about it, but no, I'd say half off. Okay, to end, there was a film, where are my notes here? I absolutely loved Love, Simon.
Oh, yes. I couldn't find a clip of that one.
It is 91% on Rotten Tomatoes. I always love to tell you all about that. It's a story about a kid 17-year-old, who's gay, and he hasn't told his family or classmates, and he starts having this online friendship with this other kid who says he's gay in their class, and just, it's kind of these hilarious, terrifying things happen before he finally comes out. it's just all kind of life-changing. The actor is Nick Robinson, who plays Simon. They call him Si in the movie. He's from Jurassic World. I guess he was the little boy in Jurassic World, and he's a teenager now, or almost probably.
Or is he the older brother from Jurassic World? Because there are two kids in
From Jurassic World, I think it may be the younger one that is older now.
It could be.
But he's
I'll look that up, though.
Fantastic. And Josh Duhamel and Jennifer Garner play his parents, and they're just, everything they say is adorable. It's just...
It sounds almost like Lady Bird meets Call Me By Your Name.
Exactly. It is just so sweetly done. It's just, I can't even tell you how good this movie is. It's a feel-good, happy movie, even though it's kind of a hard subject. It's just done perfectly. I give it highly popcorn worthy.
Oh, I was almost expecting you to go Oscar on that one.
I'm going to say highly popcorn worthy because there are aspects of it that are made for TV movie. The filming, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I need to come up with a term for that.
We do, because we use that a lot.
When it's just not the high enough quality.
Yeah.
You know, like their budget wasn't there or something.
Like a made-for-TV movie.
But there is, when there's got to be a more eloquent way to say it.
We'll work on it.
Yes, but loved it. I guess that is it. Oh, I wanted to tell y'all. Okay, remember last week I was like, why was Unsane so bad? Was Steven Soderbergh trying to make a poorly made film?
Yeah.
I felt like he was using a handheld camera.
Yeah.
Well, my friend Mary from college, who always watches Mary, hello out there, she said that the film was shot completely with an iPhone.
Well, that now makes perfect sense.
So I looked it up and I was going to read more about it, but he's the first person to ever do that.
That is crazy.
Yeah, so it's kind of fascinating.
I mean, that's...
So it makes me kind of appreciate it.
It's kind of more impressive, yeah.
Because I was like, there's something, why is this film so bizarre and so made so poorly? But it's because he wanted to be the first person to shoot a whole entire film with an iPhone.
That is cool.
Yeah, so
the
now
very
we know.
first film to ever use iPhone footage, by the way, was The Wolf of Wall Street.
Wait, how'd they use iPhone footage?
This is funny. The only, I mean, it was just this brief snippet, but you know that part when they're partying on the plane on their way to his bachelor party?
Yes.
And they showed the seatbelt light come on. And they couldn't find a stock footage of his seatbelt light, so a guy just filmed it on his phone for like 15 seconds, and then they used that in the movie, and they're like, oh, first iPhone footage ever in a movie. And
wait, why do you even know that?
I don't know.
That's something you and we know the weirdest thing.
Yep, you're right. I don't know. I have no idea why I know that. But yeah, an entire movie on iPhone is pretty cool.
Well, I want to look on right now why he, what he said about the subject film.
I don't get exactly what he was trying to accomplish with that. I mean, unless he just wanted that milestone to say, I'm the first guy to ever shoot a full-length motion picture in iPhone format.
I know. I was going to look it up more about it, but it'll take too long. I should have been more prepared. But look that up. Google it. It's kind of interesting.
Yeah, definitely.
Kind of fun. Well, what are you doing this weekend?
I'm probably going to see Ready Player One again, and I know this is nerdy, even though because I did both of these last night. I'm probably going to watch The Last Jedi again also. Now available on Blu-ray and DVD, so...
You're on a Star Wars kick right now.
I am. Oh, I watched it last night. I was up so late, I just couldn't turn it off. And as soon as it was over, I'm like, I really want to watch that again. But I don't want to oversaturate myself with it because I did that with Force Awakens, and I just saw it. I went and saw it in the theater 5 times. So, I mean, I don't want to do that with Last Jedi. I want to try to not, overwatch it. But I'm probably going to watch it again this weekend.
Listen, I'm going to have to buy you a ticket to Disneyland or World when they have the Star Wars thing. You have to go.
I feel like I should stay at like the Star Wars themed hotel.
You're going to have to. You're going to have to. So whenever I see Star Wars stuff, I thank you.
Well, thank you.
Yes. Well, everybody have a blessed Easter weekend, and we will see you back here the next Friday at 3 o'clock.